This is the postcard image of Jamaica, a band playing. As visitors to this Caribbean island soak up the sun on a sugar-white sandy beach, you can't mistake the image or the music. The sound of reggae is distinctive and at its core, uplifting.
Reggae music is drum and bass, heart and soul. You understand? In its truest form, it's feel-good music. Music that can get you through whatever point in time in your life you are. Good times, bad times. There's a song in reggae for everything.
Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hate the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go.
So reggae music would be like the news. It would be, you know, a lot of people don't listen or read, but they listen to music. And in the music, they'll hear a song, and that's how they'll learn about relationships. They'll learn about maybe spirituality. They'll learn about farming. You know, reggae music would tell you how life goes.
Today's reggae artists can all trace their roots to the single most influential artist of the genre, the late Bob Marley. Before his death in 1981, at the age of 36, Marley transformed reggae from an island beat to a beat known worldwide. Ricky Chaplin is a tour guide at the Marley Museum in Kingston.
Everywhere I go, people ask me. The other day I was in Senegal. They'd come up to me, they don't ask for my name. They said, "You're from Bob Marley country." They didn't say Jamaica. They said, "You're from Bob Marley country." And I was happy to say, "One love country."
When school children come to the museum, that seems to make Chaplin's day.
It's simple. Who used to live here? Talk a little louder.
Bob Marley.
As a boy, Chaplin would see Marley on the streets of Trenchtown, an inner-city ghetto where the artist lived in his early years.
He's such a wonderful person. He's always smiling, and if you're a little youth and he's talking to you, you don't want to smile, he'll get his guitar and said, "Listen to this," and he will try to play, and you get drawn to it, and you'll give a beautiful smile, and you can see when you smile, that's making him very happy.
Marley, Peter Tosh, and the young pioneers of reggae began their journey at perhaps the most unlikely of places. This store, located at North Parade Street in downtown Kingston. To look at it now, you wouldn't know it was one of the most significant spots in the history of reggae music. And it was owned by Vincent Randy Chin and his wife Patricia, Jamaican-born Chinese.
My dad started, he used to drive around the island to collect the money from the jute boxes and replace the 7-inches. So that's how he started the business. As his collection of 7-inches, the old 7-inches that he would take out of the jute boxes grew, they decided, hey, maybe there's a business here to sell used records. And that's when my mom joined them and they started the shop. And the shop grew from just a little small retail store into a recording studio, into sort of the main hub of reggae in Kingston.
Patricia Chin has been in the record business for more than 60 years. In the late 1950s, everyone calls her Miss Pat, and her late husband opened a tiny store called Randy's Records.
And we weren't sure of what we were doing. We just was doing a service. And little by little, you know, it did well. So we rented a store, a part of a restaurant, a 10 by 10 space. I was giving this joke, when 3 people came in the store, it was full.
Without the ability to do the recordings, the studios that you provided, the service that you provided, I mean, who knows? We might not have ever heard of Bob Marley or some of these people, correct?
But they had, yes, that's so true. But they had other studios.
Oh, yeah.
But why my studio became so famous and so recognized is because it was right in the heart of town. We had a record store downstairs. They could go upstairs, produce the record, cut it on a disc, come downstairs and play it.
That was Studio 17, located at 17 North Parade. Marley and Lee Scratch Perry recorded tracks here in the early 1970s. But a Chinese reggae singer was unheard of. until Stephen Chang went to Jamaica in 1967 and recorded this song.
Stephen Chung recorded a song called Always Together, which was a Chinese folk song done in reggae style. And he recorded it with Byron Lee, a very prominent sort of band leader and Chinese Jamaican that was had a huge influence on reggae music. And that was one of the first sort of Chinese songs that they did in reggae.
Ms. Pat and her husband Vincent left Jamaica in 1977 and moved to New York. Jamaica, Queens, New York, of course.
Even when we came here, we weren't even sure what we were going to do. We didn't have a name until when we went to register. What is the name? Then we said, oh, we didn't think of a name, so let's just call it our name, Vincent and Pat.
That's how VP Records was born. Today it is considered one of the largest independent reggae labels in the world. Christopher Martin is one of VP's biggest young stars.
I'm a big deal. You're my friend, I'm a big deal. Yeah, we're kinda important. For real. Oh, yeah,
His formula for success, mixing reggae and love songs.
It was just a vibe like no other. And I realized that I never had to do like the pretty R&B kind of vibe to sing about love. You know, love songs can be placed over these sweet reggae beats.
And that's what you said you do primarily in
your definitely,
your songs.
Definitely. That's my line of work.
Yo, sit on a bro, man, a girl, man, I know what them feel like. The blessings are show, but me, I know, you know, feel nice.
But even growing up in Jamaica, he had no idea how much Chinese Jamaicans contributed to the genre.
It just goes to show that the culture is so diverse. You understand? It draws people in from many different backgrounds. So I really shouldn't have been surprised when I discovered that.
I am surprised as much as they are when I would go to the station and I would carry like Egyptian, one of my artists, and they would see me and they say, oh, I didn't know, you know, I've never seen a Chinese producer coming up with this dread guy.
Outside of the music industry itself, hardly anybody knows the Chinese influence on reggae, right? I mean, that's...
Yes, I guess we're the business side. We like to keep a low profile.
But even Marley's first single, Judge Not, was produced in 1962 by Leslie Kong, known in Jamaica as the Chinaman. Fame for Marley wouldn't come for another decade, with the group The Wailers, whose Legend album is the all-time best-selling reggae album. With the fame came money. He bought this home in an upscale Kingston neighborhood. The home is now the museum where Ricky Chaplin works and gives tours.
This is the spot Bob Marley will sat down and with his friends, and they will sing and playing guitars and smoking. The neighbors across there did not like it, so they will yell at him, shut up your mouth, you sing too much. And why they doing that? Because they didn't want him here. He's a Rastafarian, and in those days they don't want a Rasta man around here. I'm just singing, this is my place. The neighbors, they would look and they curse. And Bob Marley just turned to them and said, okay, hear what? You see that cursing word you just cursed me with? I'm gonna use it to make a song. And he wrote just what they said. And he just sang, I'm gonna chase those crazy bumphead out of town. Trace those crazy ballad out of town. I and I build a cabin. And that was a big, big smashing #1 hit.
When Patricia Chin thinks about Marley and the artists and musicians who hung out at Randy's Records and Studio 17, she smiles. That's where it all began. If there's any one or two memories that you have from back in the early days that really bring a smile to your face, what would they be?
It's just to see the way the foreigners accepted the music and loved the music and really make you feel, gosh, we did something good. We did something good in Jamaica. We create a genre that we create a culture that was never there before.
I said, let's get together, feel all right.